nice. How do I flamingo? I can make it slide. And flamingo. Asumsonti na yeko.
How is everybody doing? Good. I hope you guys are enjoying the music. I'll be with you in 30 seconds. Right, alrighty. Everybody okay?
Yes, thank you very much.
Yes, good, thank you.
Great. Okay, just to let you know, this recording is going to be, well, it's already started recording now. And my apologies for last month's one. The recording was not so great, so I couldn't post it. I've given it to somebody to try and salvage it for me. So hopefully they're able to do a good job on it, and that will be great, which means that we will be able to get the two videos, two recordings back to back. That's today's one and last month's one. Okay. Now, for those of you who follow me on the Facebook page, I want to believe that you have seen a post that I put on there a few days ago, a few days back, about walking in and around Ghana. Okay, if you have not seen it, not to worry, I'm going to show it and we're going to go through that lesson. Okay. Then anything that comes up as well. Lesson. The previous, if you've been here the previous times or you've listened to the recordings that I put on the YouTube page for previous lessons, does anybody have any question about any of the lessons that we've been through? Or have you picked up anything that you want clarification on before we start today's topic? Anybody? No? Okay, great. Okay, then we are going to go straight into today's lesson. Now, back to basics. Okay, that is the title of today's. Share the screen. Title of today's lesson. We're going back to basics. Right, can everybody see my screen okay? Okay, so at the moment we are looking at Facebook one. Right, and here's the post, back to basics. Okay, great. So here we are back to basics, and what do I mean by back to basics? Now, how many of you have saw this post when it was posted? Put a 1 in the chat if you saw this post when it was posted, or you've seen this post. Okay. All right, great. All right, so we're going to go back. Now, this is the brief. Now, when in Ghana, you will find that there are a few basic phrases that will be common, not just in Ghana. If you are among Twi-speaking people, even here in the UK or whichever country you are dialing in from, there will be some phrases that will pop up or that you hear people use commonly. Okay, sometimes you will understand them, sometimes you will not. So we are going to go through a few of these. All right, if you are not subscribed to my Facebook page, I will encourage you to do it because every now and then I do put some posts on there as well. Okay. All right, so you will hear a few things like this. Do you speak Twi? Now in this post, because I made a post for both Ga and Twi speaking, you will realize that the post here, I've done it in Ga and I've done it in Twi as well. Okay. So not to worry if you are not here to learn Ga, not to worry, we are going to do just the Twi bit. So for example, you might be asked when you are out and about in the market, in the street, usually in the market, okay, or on the street, wherever people are gathered, first question that people might ask you is, do you speak Twi or do you understand Twi? Do you speak Twi or do you understand Twi? Now, there are two ways of saying this. If you look here in the example that I put here, let me make it bigger. Because bigger is better sometimes. Okay, yeah. Do you speak Twi? And the question will be, wuti Twi ana? Wuti Twi ana? This is where I will need all of you guys to unmute yourself because this is going to be an interactive study today. Okay, so you can unmute yourself unless there is too much noise in your background, then you can stay muted, but you are free to unmute yourself. Okay, wuti Twi ana? That is the first bit. Wuti Twi ana? Can you repeat that for me, please?
Wuti Twi ana.
Wuti Twi.
Wuti Twi ana.
Wuti Twi ana.
Wuti Twi ana. Okay. Now the ana, you don't have to use the ana at the end. Because as I said from the beginning, Twi is a tonal language. So the tonation in which you use for this phrase will determine whether it is just a phrase or it is a question. Now remember, if you've listened to a few of my videos or you've been on this call before, I've said that anytime you are asking a question at the end, the last word usually has a higher pitch. It has a higher pitch. For example, wuti Twi, the Twi becomes a bit of a higher pitch instead of Twi. You say Twi as if you are stretching the I at the end. Okay, give it a bit of a higher pitch. Wuti Twi. But if you cannot remember that, add the word ana. The ana is a question marker. So really, when you are writing and you write wuti Twi ana, there's no point for the question mark because ana does the job for the question mark. Okay, put it there so that students who are now learning will understand why it is there. Okay, and I do explain that. So wuti Twi, or you can just say wuti Twi ana. The ana at the end will tell everybody that it is a question which needs a response. Okay. Another way you could be asked this is woka Twi ana? Woka Twi ana? Repeat that for me, please.
Woka Twi ana.
Wuka Twi ana.
Great, perfect. Woka Twi ana. Now, ka means speak. So really, literally translated, do you speak Twi? Is woka Twi ana? Okay. Now, what it? Te means understand or hear, to hear something or to understand something. Now, to understand something, it is assumed that you need to hear before you understand. Okay, so in tree, that is why we say, what tree and what tree and means that do you hear and understand tree? Okay, so you might be asked in any of these two ways. Do you hear tree? Or do you understand tree or speak tree? Okay. Ate means understand or hear. Having said that, that is why sometimes you might hear, if you are in Ghana, you might hear somebody who is not very literate in English might say, who is a learner like you are in Tree, and they are a learner in English, they might say, do you hear Tree? Do you hear Tree? It is a literal translation from the Tree into English. Do you hear Tree? What they really mean is, do you speak Tree or do you understand Tree? So usually our response is yes, a little bit, or I am learning Tree. Yes, a little bit. Now, how do we say yes in Tree? Anybody? Just shout it out.
Ane.
Ane. Thank you very much, Ruth. Ane. Ane. A-A-N-I. Ane. Ane means yes. Ane. Nkakra, nkakra. Let's all say nkakra, nkakra.
Nkakra, nkakra.
Nkakra.
Okay. Now, a lot of times you will hear people saying kakra, kakra. Kakra, kakra. Now, kakra, kakra is not right. It is nkakra, nkakra. But when we are speaking fast, it sounds as if it is kakra, kakra. So when people are picking it up from other people speaking, we think that it is kakra, kakra. And Ghanaians, as we are, when we know that you are a learner and trying to learn, a lot of the times we forget to teach you the right pronunciation. We are so happy that you are trying that, because it sounds a bit okay and we can understand and comprehend what you mean, we leave it as it is. But it doesn't help us. It doesn't help us who are learning. Okay, so it is nkakra nkakra. Ane nkakra nkakra. Now we can move this further from ane nkakra nkakra to ane I understand. Yes, I understand a little bit. Instead of just yes, a little bit. Now, how do we say understand? Anybody can shout it out. Understand. I understand. Come on, guys. I. How do we say I? Say that again. I. Now,
Is it
I
me?
is
Me.
me. Thank you, Josie. Me is I. Me. So how do we say understand? We've done this right at the beginning.
Metitri.
Good. Mete. Thank you very much. Mete. Okay. So to say I understand tree, exactly perfect. Mete tree. But to say I understand a little bit, you will say mete tree. I understand tree. Kakra kakra. So mete tree. Kakra kakra. Or you can leave the tree in there and say mete. Nkakra, nkakra. Mete, nkakra, Nkakra. Let me check. Am I recording? Yes, it is still recording. Good. Okay. Mete. Nkakra. Nkakra. Let's all say mete nkakra nkakra.
Mete nkakra.
Nkakra, nkakra.
Okay. Right. Perfect. Mete nkakra nkakra. And how would you say I am learning Twi? I am learning Twi. This is something that is not in the post. I am learning will be mesua me esua Twi.
Mesua Twi.
Mesua Twi. This is where you will write. I'm going to put it in the chat. Mesua Twi. Okay, I'm typing it the way we are going to say mesua Twi. So let's all say mesua.
Mesua
Twi.
Twi.
So even though it is M-E-E, you can make it M-I-I if that sounds better, so that the sound of the I will come in. Mesua. Mesua. And the sua is as if you are saying, in fact, let me spell it this way. Me. Okay. Okay. Now, if you look in the chat, I'll put mesua. S-W-I-U-A. Swing. Yeah. So SW, the sound SW, even though when you are writing it in Twi, it is SU, we sound it as if it is SWI. Yeah. You can forget about the U in there in the second one. Mesua. So let's all say it. Mesua.
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 Mesua. Mesua. Perfect. Mesua Twi. Or you can also say mesua.
Mesua.
Yeah. Nkakra. Nkakra.
Mesua nkakra nkakra.
Good. Mesua nkakra nkakra. Yeah. Nkakra nkakra. Okay. Mesua nkakra nkakra. Mesua nkakra nkakra. Okay. Mesua nkakra nkakra. I'm learning bit by bit. Someone would say small. Okay. So next. And it's the same thing that I've done here. Do you speak Ga? But we are not going to go into Ga. Next thing here, can you repeat that? So if I say something and you didn't get it, you didn't get everything I said, or you probably didn't understand, but you wanted me to slow it down a bit, or the person was so fast that you didn't get anything, and you want them to repeat themselves. Can you repeat that, please? Good. Thank you very much. Thank you. Mepacho kabium. Mepacho kabium. Okay, let's all try it. Mepacho kabium.
Mepacho kabium.
Okay, good. Mepacho kabium. Now here is where we are going to say it in another way. Yeah. Mepacho kabio.
Mepacho.
Okay. Mepacho kabio.
Yeah.
But that is not the only way you can say it. You can also say mepacho. Mepacho means please. Right? So with that, you can say mepacho você dien.
Mepacho você dien.
Good. Mepacho você dien.
Mepacho.
Yes, this session is being recorded, so hopefully it comes out right, and I should be able to post it both on the Facebook, link it up on the Facebook page and on the YouTube channel. Okay, if you are subscribed to the YouTube channel, you will get a notification. If you hit the bell, you should get a notification anytime I put stuff there. Okay, and don't worry, I don't put a bunch of stuff there, so you wouldn't get too many notifications. So let's repeat what I just said. What is the other way you can say it? Nobody? Mepacho wo?
Você dien. Mepacho você dien.
Yeah, mepacho você dien.
Mepacho você dien.
Good.
Mepacho você dien.
Mepacho você dien. Please, what did you say? Okay, mepacho você dien. As opposed to mepacho kabio. Please say. So kabio literally means please say it again. Kabio. Okay, or you can take it a step further and say kano biom. Say that again.
Cannot bio.
Yeah.
Cannot bio.
Kano biom. Kano biom. Say that again. So what's the again? Mepacho kano biom. Okay. So that is when you did not get the person or what the person said. Okay. Now, another thing that might pop up is, I don't understand. So this time you heard it, yes, you heard everything, but you do not understand. How would you tell somebody you don't understand? Can anybody help me here?
Would it be Debbie mentiase?
Perfect.
Menti.
Debbie mentiasie.
Mentiase. Oh, mentiase.
Debbie mentiasie. I don't understand. So Debbie means no. Debbie means no. Okay, so you say Debbie mentiasie. So that is when you bring the Debbie when maybe the person has said or has asked you, what's yasie? Do you understand? Then you go Debbie mentiasie. If it is a conversation that they have repeated themselves, like you ask them to, and you still don't get it, you say mentiasie. Mentiasie.
Mentiase.
And here you can also say mepacho mentiasie. Please, I don't understand.
Mentiase.
Mentiasie. Mentiasie.
Mentiase.
When we are speaking, because we are speaking, it's a spoken language, it sounds as if we are saying this. me intiasie, or even with this here. Okay, that deletion there, mentiasie. See if it's one word. Mentiasie. That is when we are speaking.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Now, got a quick question in here from somebody's asking about okay, there is a difference between Twi and Ga. They are two separate dialects or languages in Ghana. Now, Twi is predominantly spoken by the Akan group, and Ga is predominantly spoken by the Gas around the Greater Accra region. The Twi is spoken in different regions, apart from the Ashanti region. We got the Eastern region and the Western region as well. We speak Twi. They are different aspects of the Twi as well. Okay. What I teach here is Ashanti Twi. But the different categories of Twi are very similar. In fact, not Twi, Akan dialects are different. Even with the Twi, we got the Kapim Twi, we got Ashanti Twi. Okay. That is what I teach you, Ashanti Twi. Ga is different. Now, on my post, on my Facebook post, I translated into Ashanti Twi and Ga because I teach the two languages. That's so that it will benefit everybody. And those who want to learn both languages, they can kill two birds with one stone. All right. So let's carry on. So in the market or outside, now we've done this. You ask somebody whether they speak Twi or not. They say, yeah, I speak Twi, or no, I don't speak Twi. Whatever answer they give or you give, the conversations go on. Okay, now we've done this. What other question will pop up? You are in the shop. Let's now go into a shop to go and get something. Okay, in the next 15 minutes, we are going to go in a shop. We are going to ask things. So let's say there is a lady in a shop or there is a gentleman in the shop. How do you address a lady or a gentleman? If it is anybody, before I give you the answer to that. Nobody. Okay, so if it is a gentleman, you say Owura. Let's all say Owura.
Ora.
Ora.
Yes, Owura. But when we are speaking, it sounded as if it is Owura. Owura without a U in front of the W. Okay. So yeah, Owura means gentleman.
Is this Ga or Twi?
This is Twi. Ga will come later. It will be from 4 o'clock. So this is a Twi lesson. Yeah, that's it. Okay, so gentleman means Owura. Okay, so let's say it's in the morning. How do we say good morning in Twi? Marching, thank you. Marching. So you can say Owura. Owura. Marching. Owura. Marching. And what will be the response? Yeah. Yeah, Nia. If you are the same age mate, if they see you as an age mate or a little bit younger than they are, they will say much, yeah, because then they see you as a fellow person in the same age bracket. Okay, yeah. But if you were significantly older than they are, okay, this is where we will respond. Can anybody help me here? Anybody? Yeah, Anna. For female. Yeah, Eja. For male. Okay, so female and male. Yeah, Anna. For a female, older person. Yeah, Eja. For a male, older person. Yeah, Nia is usually just for age mates. Okay. And the way we sounded as if we are saying this. Yeah. Yeah, Nia. So let's all repeat it. Yeah, Nia.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Now I'm hearing some people saying yeah, Nua. Now it is N-U-A, but we don't sound it as if it is you, no. We sound it as if it is a W. Remember at the beginning when I spelled it there for you. So let me change this U to W. Okay. So does that, maybe this will make it sound better. Yeah, Nia. Let's all now say
Yeah.
Yeah.
good. Yeah, Nia. N-W, Nui. Nui.
No.
N-W-I, Nui.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Air. As if you are saying air, the air that we breathe. Okay.
Yeah.
So, yeah, Nia.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's it. That's it. Yeah, Nia. Okay.
Yeah.
Perfect. So, we're marching. Gentlemen, good morning. And the response will be, yeah, Nia. Yeah, Nia. Now, if it is not Ura, which is a male, so we will say male here. Now, the female version of male of Ura is what? Anybody can help me out here? Ura. Female is Ura. That's what I say is Ura.
Ewura.
Good. Ura. I'm sure probably you've heard somebody called Erama or Erajua or Era something.
Raba.
Yes. So if it is a Rama, it means Lady Ama.
Uraba.
Eraba. Thank you.
Urabina.
Erabina. Okay. If you hear somebody called Abba, Abba is a Fanti. It's the same as Abena. All Tuesday bombs. A rabba. So a rabba would be a Fanti lady who was born on a Tuesday. A rabna would be an Akan from one of the Akan states who was also born, a female who was also born on a Tuesday. So a ramachi, that is for a female. Yenuya, but the response will be the same because this response, yenuya, is sibling. You are responding to a sibling. Unless you are responding to an older person, you say yena for female, yeja for male. Okay. What will be the next question you are going to ask this shopkeeper? Start it out in English.
How are you?
How are you? How do we say how are you?
Want to say?
We want to say thank you.
It's the same.
We want to say or it's the same. So the same. Or we can say it's the same. How are you? Okay. And the next thing, after asking how are you and all these pleasantries, you are going to ask why you are there. Okay, so how are you? Now you state your business quickly. You're going to tell them, or you're going to ask about how much something is. Okay, so let's say you are in the shop, you've seen something that you want. You can either mention the thing's name or you can point to it and say wait. And I'm going to spell it the way we say it, okay? Wait, say wait.
Wait.
Wait. And way means this. That's why I put that in bracket, okay? Way means this. Way, which is this. And you're saying how much. Okay, so way you're saying.
Wait, you're saying.
Good. Way you're saying. How much is this? So way you're saying, which literally means how much is this? Way you're saying. Now with way you're saying, let's all say way you're saying.
Wait, you're saying.
Way you're saying. But mind you, this is not the only way you can ask somebody how much is this. You can just say a you're saying instead of way you're saying. Okay, so you can write it down, a you're saying. Now, a saying here assumes that they know exactly what you are asking about. So, for example, if you are holding something in hand, you can show them and say, a saying. It means that they know exactly what you're asking about and they can give you the price to that. If not, you point to it and you say, where you're saying. Or even when you're holding it in hand, you can still say, where you're saying. Okay. Or another way is you can mention the name of the item. So example, give me an item.
Fanta.
Say that again.
Fanta.
Fanta.
Yes, please.
Okay. All right. Fanta. So you can say Fantano, the Fanta, Fantano, you're saying.
No.
Fantano, you're saying.
No, you're saying.
Okay, so literally means how much is the Fanta. So the word there, that is why I said Fantano, the Fanta. Okay, Fantano, you're saying. So that's the difference between you mentioning the name of the item, where you use no, the item, and when you are saying way, which means this, you're not mentioning the name, you are not using a noun, you're using a pronoun. Way you're saying, how much is this? as against fantano yesen. Or if it is a cloth, cloth is intoma. That's why I say intoma. Repeat that after me. Intoma.
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 So you can say intomano yesen.
Intoma no yesen.
Yes. Intomano yesen.
Intoma no yesen.
And they can now be able to tell you how much it is. A year, sometimes they will say a year and give you the price. 2 cedis, for example. So a year, say 10 cedis. Remember, a year, 10 cedis. Or they can mention, they can also repeat the name of the item and say 10 cedis. Fantano, yeah, 10 cedis. Intomano, yeah, 10 cedis.
Fantano, yeah, 10 cedis.
Okay. So you say a year, 10 cedis. Or we'll mention the name of the item and we say yeah, then the amount. 10 cedis. Okay. Fantano, yeah, 10 cedis. And Tomano, yeah, 10 cedis. And that is where sometimes you scream your head out, hey! Which means it is very expensive.
Aden.
Aden. Aden. Why? Hey, Aden. Hey. Why? And you know, Ghanaians will love our A. Hey, Aden. Hey. Why? Aden. Now, Aden can follow something else. It is too expensive. And how we say that is nib, nibwo, yedin, dodo. Let's all say nibwo yedin dodo.
Nebo yesen dodo.
Nibwo yedin dodo, which means it is too expensive. Okay, it is too expensive. It is too expensive. All right. And the last thing I'm going to leave you with, I know our time, I'm going to respect our time. We got 1 minute. Well, we've gone past 5 minutes, but that's okay. The next response you could give to this person is reduce it. If it is too expensive, what is the next logical thing? Give me a discount. Okay, and how do we say that?
Is it tissue?
Thank you. So, mommy. So say, so mommy.
Teso mame.
Mommy.
Tiso mame.
So mommy.
Tiso. Tiso.
So
Sorry,
first
is
thing,
it Tiso or Tiso?
okay, it is so.
So, teso mame.
Yeah,
So.
so. So you can say me pacho. Please say so. So te reduce it. Say so. Te so literally means that take some from the top so that the quantity reduces. So te so can be used for in any other situation. So let's say somebody has given you a ball of banku or a ball of fufu. If it is too big, you can say "Te fufu noso," meaning reduce the size of the fufu. Okay, so here you say "Me pa chow te so mame," please reduce it for me, or please give me a discount. Okay, so please give me a discount. Please give me a discount. Me pa chow te so mame.
Just so many. Me pacho.
Me pa chow te so mame. Okay, so with this, we come to the end of today's lesson, and I hope to see you guys again next month. But please keep on practicing. There are a few videos on my YouTube channel. If you type in Nibako in YouTube, I believe I'm the only Nibako on YouTube, so you should find me easily. And the Masai name Bako, you should find me on YouTube. You can subscribe to the channel if you want. If you subscribe, hit the bell so that anytime I put a post like this on there, you'll be able to see it. And you can also go onto my Facebook page and join the Facebook page as well, because there also we do put a few posts on there.
Pacho, can you type it? I don't know the names, how to spell the channels.
Oh, my name is just my own name, Nibako. Niibuckle. My surname.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, you type that in and that's it. My channel should pop up. Then you can learn the alphabet and the tonation of those alphabets as well, because that's really, 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 really helps. Okay, so having said that, we have come to the end of today's lesson. By all means, thank you for those who subscribe to the channel and Facebook and have been commenting. You have been making the page go well for me. So thank you very much. I'm going to see you again next week. Did I say next week? No, next month. Next month. Okay, same time, same link for next month. Please invite your friends, family members, tell them to come and learn as well. If you have any questions, I believe that you guys have my number. If you don't, I should put it in the chat now, and you should be able to send me a WhatsApp. In fact, if you go onto my website, which is learngantry.co.uk, or even on my Facebook page, there is a number on there. You can send me a WhatsApp and yes, of voice note or anything else, and I should be able to reply to you quick enough. Okay.